This is a story called The Little Monsters, Chapter 81, The Geography Test. The kids are having their geography lesson with Mrs. Applejack when she makes an announcement. Right class, next week, excuse me, when we have this lesson again, there's going to be a verbal test. This is to prepare you for your main exam in a few weeks' time. Here is the list of countries and their capital cities. Your test will be based on this list. I want you all to take a list and to memorise all of them. Excuse me. You have 1 week before your test, so I want each and every one of you to study the list I just gave you, please. When the kids left the classroom, they all threw the list in the bin. The following week, when they were in their geography lesson, Mrs. Applejack said, excuse me, sorry guys. Right class, it's time for your geography test. I hope that you've all been revising over the last week using the list I gave you. The first person to be asked a question was Kicker. Kicker, what is the capital of England? Asked Mrs. Applejack. Britain is the capital of England, miss, answered Kicker. Wrong. Try again, please, said Mrs. Applejack. Bristol, answered Kicker. Excuse me. Wrong, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Bumpy, what is the capital of France? The capital of France is England, miss, answered Bumpy. Wrong. Try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Birmingham, answered Bumpy. Wrong again, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Zoe Broccoli, what is the capital of Belgium? Birmingham, miss, answered Zoe Broccoli. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Bradford, miss, answered Zoe Broccoli. Oh, my word! Wrong again, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she asked George Redpepper, George Redpepper, what is the capital of Germany? Excuse me. The capital of Germany is Wales, miss, answered George Redpepper. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. London, answered George Redpepper. Oh, my word, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she asked Mary Greenpepper, Mary Greenpepper, what is the capital of Austria? The capital of Austria is Edinburgh, miss, answered Mary Greenpepper. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Spain, miss, answered Mary Greenpepper. Oh, give me strength, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she asked Marvin Yellowpepper, Marvin Yellowpepper, what is the capital of Egypt? Excuse me. The capital of Egypt is Asia, miss, answered Marvin Yellowpepper. Wrong. Try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Africa, miss, answered Marvin Yellowpepper. Oh, my goodness, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Ellie Redpepper, what is the capital of America? The capital of America is Madrid, miss, answered Ellie Redpepper. Wrong. Try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Excuse me. Ireland, miss, answered Ellie Redpepper. Oh, dearie me, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she asked Bobby Carrot, Bobby Carrot, what is the capital of Australia? Excuse me. The capital of Australia is New York, miss, answered Bobby Carrot. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. New Zealand, miss, answered Bobby Carrot. Oh, my word, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Emma Banana, what is the capital of New Zealand? The capital of New Zealand is Leeds, miss, answered Emma Banana. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. England, miss, answered Emma Banana. Sorry, guys. Right, I've had enough. I've asked quite a few of you questions and every one of you has given me the wrong answer. It's obvious to me that not one of you has studied the list of countries and their capital cities. I'm giving you all the list again, and I want you all to study it and memorise it as much as you can, because we will be having this test again next week, said Mrs. Applejack. When they left the classroom, the kids threw their lists away again. The following week, Mrs. Applejack asked Grumpy a question first. Grumpy, what is the capital of Spain? The capital of Spain is Cardiff, miss, answered Grumpy. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Bramley, miss, answered Grumpy. Oh, will you give me strength, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Louise Gray, what is the capital of Greece? The capital of Greece is Kabul, miss, answered Louise Gray. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. China, answered Louise Gray. Oh, for God's sake, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Luke Cabbage, what is the capital of Africa? The capital of Africa is Britain, miss, answered Luke Cabbage. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Bradford, answered Luke Cabbage. Oh, crikey, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Creeper, what is the capital of Ireland? The capital of Ireland is Otley, miss, answered Creeper. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Ilkley, miss, answered Creeper. Oh, will you give me strength, said Mrs. Applejack. Excuse me. Then she said, Stumpy, what is the capital of Scotland? Ireland, miss, answered Stumpy. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. India, miss, answered Stumpy. Oh, for Christ's sake, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Stumpy, what is the capital of Wales? The capital of Wales is Devon, miss, answered Stumpy. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Cornwall, miss, said Stumpy. Jesus, will you give me strength, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, James Lettuce, what is the capital of Asia? The capital of Asia is Jerusalem, miss, answered James Lettuce. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Athens, miss, answered James Lettuce. Oh my God, I don't believe this, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Jenny Onion, what is the capital of India? Asia is the capital of India, miss, answered Jenny Onion. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Jerusalem, miss, answered Jenny Onion. Oh, for God's sake, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Hannah Beetrue, what is the capital of Jerusalem? York, miss, answered Hannah Beetrue. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Bailey, miss, answered Hannah Beetrue. Right, I've had enough of you kids. Excuse me. None of you have been revising. However, I'm going to give you all one last chance. Here's a list of all the countries and their capital cities. It's the exact same list that I have given you all before. I want you all to study and memorise what's on it, because I will be giving you all the same test next week, said Mrs. Applejack. As soon as the kids left the classroom, they all threw their lists in the bin again. The following week, Mrs. Applejack gave them all the same test again. The first one to be asked a question was Gary Tomato. Gary Tomato, what is the capital of China? Japan is the capital of China, miss, answered Gary Tomato. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Brazil, miss, answered Gary Tomato. Oh, will you give me strength, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, John Strawberry, what is the capital of Japan? The capital of Japan is Bramley, miss, answered John Strawberry. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Chapel Allerton, miss, answered John Strawberry. Oh, dearie me, said Mrs. Applejack. Then she said, Isabel Celery, what is the capital of Brazil? The capital of Brazil is Chapeltown, miss, answered Isabel Celery. Wrong, try again, said Mrs. Applejack. Blackpool, miss, answered Isabel Celery. Right, I've had enough of you kids. None of you have studied the list of countries and their capital cities I gave you. Because of this, I'm going to write every one on the board, and when I'm done, I want the whole class to read them aloud together, and then I want you all to write them down, said Mrs. Applejack. When Mrs. Applejack had finished talking to the kids, she followed through with what she said. She got them to read the whole list aloud together, and then she told them to write the list down in their exercise books because she would be testing them again. Thankfully, this time, they all did as they were told, and when she tested them, they all finally got the answers right. End of chapter 82. Sorry, end of chapter 81, guys. Thanks for watching. Love yous. Bye.